What is up, guys? In this case study, you're going to learn exactly how this store made over $60,000 in just 5 months. What is up, my six-figure secrets family? Welcome to my first case study ever. You guys are going to absolutely love this, okay? We're literally going to break down in detail, step by step, how this store made over $600,000 in less than 4 months, okay? With this one single product. So excited, guys. I hope you are too. You're actually gonna learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot in this case study. So seriously, strap yourselves, get ready. There's gonna be massive amounts of value, and these are gonna be a lot of things I'm gonna teach here. You're gonna be able to apply to your own stores, and even when you are trying to launch products. Okay, so real quick, this case study is going to consist of 7 total steps, and in each step we're basically going to break down in detail all the relevant parts of this one product, everything, right? The product, the store, the ad, and we're gonna determine how and why it was successful, literally step by step, right? Step 1, we're going to answer questions, okay? So with step 1, why is this a winning ad? Okay, it all starts with the ad. And then step 2, how much are they making? Okay, we're gonna use something I call the 1% conservative calculation approach to be able to have a good estimate of what they're making. Step 3, what makes this a winning product? Okay, winning ad doesn't always equal winning product, but we're going to dissect the reason why this is a winning product. Step 4, how did they know this product would sell? Okay, the fact that a product appears to be a winning product or has winning potential doesn't always necessarily translate to the fact that this product would sell. And you guys will see what I mean by this when we go over these steps. So it's important to just kind of clarify that distinction. Step 5, who did they target? Okay, what was their targeting? What audience did they target? What are the people or the businesses, the pages, the magazines? What did they target? Step 6, why was their store successful? Okay, we're going to dissect their whole store. Well, not their whole store, but we're gonna dissect the product page, okay, because that's where people are landing. And I'm going to we're going to talk about what was good about it and what was bad about it. And of course, step 7 overall, what can be improved? Okay, in terms of the ad, in terms of the product itself, or the product page. Okay. Hi guys, I hope you're all excited. This case study is estimated to last about 45 minutes to maybe an hour. Hopefully not that long, but I'll try to do it in less time. But it is a lot of things we'll be going over. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, guys. So we're gonna pull this real quick. So step 1 is we're going to see the ad, and we're going to analyze it and determine why is this a winning ad, okay? And for that, real simple, we're just gonna have to look at the ad engagement. So let's go ahead and do that. So right here, as you guys can see, I have already opened up the ad, fully expanded it so we can see absolutely everything. So step 1, we're just going to watch the ad, with sound and everything. So I'll just let you guys watch the ad, and then after the ad finishes watching, we'll break it down, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, perfect. Hopefully you guys were able to see that clearly. So what do we see right now? Okay, you guys can see what this product does, right? It's a product that basically removes cellulite, okay, or fat. Commonly used like in the belly. This is especially an issue when an after pregnancy issue, right, for women, and not just like an after pregnancy issue, but another instance I can think of is just people that are fat, people that are overweight. Okay, fat's probably a tough word, but people that are overweight, they have a lot of cellulite. They have all these marks on their skin. It just doesn't really look good, and nobody likes not looking good. Okay, so first of all, okay, let's analyze the ad and why it's good. So let's start with the ad structure. So the ad structure is pretty simple. It's how I do my ads. So basically what they did here is they started by introducing the pain point. Okay, the pain point is, if you have cellulite, right? If you have unwanted fat, in your skin and your belly, so that's the pain point. Okay, and then after that, immediately they introduce the machine, right, which is the product, and then the rest of the ad is basically showing you how to use the product and the different features associated with that product. So like you guys saw, like the EMS mode, the infrared mode, and how each one does something different. So not only they were breaking it down by features and showing how to use it, but they were definitely using text to highlight the benefits of it. Okay, and they used very well executed visual representations of how this treatment lessens, kills the cellulite and just kind of trims the fat, right? So you guys could see in the computer generated graphic. So that's super key. With these kind of products, you always want to do that, like show these computer graphics. It kind of shows, gives you like a sneak peek on the inside of the belly or wherever you apply it, exactly what's happening, right? So you guys can see exactly what's happening on the inside, how the product it's working. People like to see that. Like that is so powerful. So very well executed ad. It's very well organized. It has snippets of up to 4 seconds, which means everything's fast paced. They're showing something new every 4 seconds, so it's pretty fast paced, which is how it should be. It keeps people engaged all the way. I believe as far as time, the ad is about 41 seconds, which is pretty good. I personally recommend your ad to be anywhere between 20 to 40 seconds, which is honestly, it's like the sweet spot. Anything too long, like if you make your ad like a minute or more, it might just lose people's interest, okay? And you don't really need that much time. I mean, I don't care what product you're selling, but if it's an impulsive type of product, you really don't need that much time on your video to show exactly how it works, okay? So just understand that that's why it's successful. It's just the way it was executed, okay? So that's number one, okay? Analyzing the ad structure and why it's successful. It shows the pain point really well, and then the rest of the video again shows all the benefits, but at the same time it also shows how to use it, which is really incredible, okay? And super effective, of course. So let's go down here, okay? Their catchphrase or their title is "This technology removes cellulite and stubborn fat." So this is pretty straightforward, okay? This is what the product does. So, straight to the point, which is fine. And then right here is their ad copy, probably one of the single most important things, of course, after the video. Their ad copy, which is the text they put on their ad. I've seen a lot of people not really make great ad copies or, do too little. Something like this should be what you guys should be doing. I might do it just trim it a little bit more, but it's pretty good. So what they do is they start with a hook. So cellulite and fat reduction that works. So people are like, what? Like finally there's something that works, right? Especially people in this industry, like in the weight loss niche or the skincare niche, they're always like trying different things and they're like, oh, this never works. But then something new and innovative comes out, right? Quote unquote innovative. And they're like, oh, finally something that works. So it keeps people hooked because it's just hooking people. It's not really giving away too much. It's telling you, what it does, but it's not really telling you what it is and how it works. So it keeps people curious to, read more and, watch the video to see what it is that it's talking about. So I think they did a really, really amazing job with the hook. It's kind of like what I would do first when I do ad copies. I would hook people. And then after that, they actually, you should describe the product, what it is, and very, very briefly, and how it benefits you, right? So they did that really well. They said ultrasonic cavitation, which is the name of the product, is a proven method. So they use proven, making it a little social proof, right? By spas and clinics, right? The proven method by spas and clinics. So it's telling people, yeah, this is proven, and you should buy it. So they're leveraging a little bit of social proof here to trim off inches and reduce the appearance of cellulite and unwanted fat. So yeah, it's definitely it's tackling. There are actually two pain points being tackled here. The appearance pain point, the emotional pain point of appearing overweight or fat. So this is gonna reduce that. And of course, this is also tackling cellulite and unwanted fat, right? Cellulite, like how your skin kind of looks due to cellulite. So you could say that this is both tackling the skincare market and the and the weight loss market. Okay, and this is super important to know, and keep it in your back of your head, because we're gonna use this information, which is very vital for us to find the types of interest that they went about targeting. But anyways, moving on to the next, and after that, they decided to expand more on the benefits, which is fine. I don't see that this is absolutely necessary, but it's fine. They did it that way. So they'll say body sculpting, cellulite reduction, which you already talked about. So it's repetitive. Turkey neck reduction, reduce love handles and stubborn fat. Love handles. Flushing out toxins and fat, safe and painless and reusable. Cost less than a day at the spa. Okay, so this is pretty key, right? Especially these last two things, because people want to know, is this safe, right? Because it is something that uses infrared and EMS technology, so people are always afraid that these things will do something bad to them, or will damage them in any way. So definitely the fact that you state that it's safe and painless and reusable, especially safe and painless, just eases people. Okay, this is safe to use, right? So very, very key here. And then cost less than a day at the spa. So this is also super key, because people might be looking at this product, they might be like, oh, I can get that done at the spa, right? But the fact that they mentioned that, hey, this is actually less costly for you, right? Because the spa, you got to go multiple times, and you got to pay, maybe a couple $100s, or I don't know, depending on the place that you go. Or you can just buy this product for, we'll see, once we open their website, we'll see exactly how much they make. Or let's just do that right now real quick, because I already did that. So all I did was I click this grab yours link, and then, it opened it up to this, to their website, straight to their product page. So yeah, this costs like $74.99. So honestly, that's something, that you'll pay once and you'll be able to reuse this forever. But if in the spa, you're gonna go multiple times for treatment, so it's gonna be a lot more expensive in the long term if you decide to treat cellulite at the spa. So super key. Like they did this really well. Okay, so we're kind of dissecting and going behind the scenes, what these things mean and why it's making this ad very effective and attractive for people to be attracted enough, right, to click on it. And then, of course, a call to action. Okay, super key, guys. With a little bit of incentive plus scarcity with the 50% off today. Okay, that's super key, guys. Whenever you're doing ads, the last thing on your ad you want to put is an incentive plus some kind of incentive plus scarcity and call to action. Okay, at the same time. So they do it really well here. A little bit out of order, because normally I do the incentive and scarcity first, and then I do a call to action. But they actually did it a little bit backwards, but it works anyways. They said click one of the links to learn more. So it's telling you exactly what to do. Okay, click this link. Okay, click the link. Shop now, buy now, get it here. Those are call to action terms that you guys should always be using. on your ads. And then right here, of course, they gave you the link, but right besides each link, they say grab yours now, 50% off today. Okay, so today. I would have probably said today only, just to be a little more clear that I'm adding scarcity. Like, this is not something that you'll be able to get 50% off, at any given day. Okay, it's only today. So, but other than that, they did really good job. And then at the end here, a little over the top, to be honest. I don't think they absolutely need this, but they put 5 little stars here, and they said over 5,000 happy customers. And the reason why I say they don't need this is because once they click on the ad, and everything's just already good enough for them to click on the ad, they'll go to their website and then they'll see these reviews. They'll see the reviews. People will always look at reviews before making a purchase decision. So it's not necessarily to say that. But other than that, this was well executed. The ad copy's pretty good. So as of this point, just to summarize real quick, we've analyzed why the ad works, based on the structure and how it walks you through the whole pain point and the solution and how the product works. We've analyzed the whole ad copy and why it's effective. And now, after that, now we're just going to analyze the ad engagement, which is basically our ultimate validation as to the fact that this is a winning ad, right? Or whether it's not a winning ad. Now let's analyze the ad engagement. Okay, what is the ad engagement? The ad engagement is everything in terms of how many views it has, how much time it's been running, and then of course how many likes, comment, and shares did this actual ad get. Okay, so and this is pretty simple, guys. So in this instance, the views will always be down here, so I'm just going to highlight them right now. As you can see, it says 875k views, so 875,000 views. That's close to 1 million, which is pretty good. I always say that products that are close to 1 million or they've passed 1 million views, as long as it's accompanied by some form of engagement on the right, which is the likes, comments, and shares, definitely those can be considered winning products, okay, or winning ads themselves. So this is close to the 1 million mark. It's been running for about 5 months, probably less at this point. And I think I found this ad like, 2 months ago, so they probably stopped running the ad. But even though they stopped running the ad, it's always going to be on Facebook. So actually, real quick, you could probably find out if they're still running it. If you guys want to know if an ad is like currently up to date, like if it's running it or it's just floating there because they ran it but they're no longer running it, you can simply just go to the Facebook ads library, and all you have to do is type the name of the store, so Gadgets Online, right? As you can tell from the name, this is a general store, guys. And it just goes to show that any store can be successful. It doesn't matter whether you're doing general, niche, or one product stores. But it is a fact that with one product stores, your conversion rates can be a lot higher than general stores. However, it just doesn't mean that one doesn't work, right? Because the other one works better. So what's called Gadgets Online. Perfect. So here it is. This is what I was looking for. So Gadgets Online. These are the ads that are currently running. So it's 2 of them. So they're actually running 2 ads of the same product. So I'm willing to bet right here they're doing some split testing. So they're still running the ad. For sure. So yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's all I wanted to know. I was just curious to see if they were still running it. So this is an ad that's still running. It's just being scaled. It's being scaled, and they're doing really good at it. Okay, so like I said, that was a little stopper there. But as far as the engagement, guys, you're looking for something close to 1 million or more views, which you could say this is close enough. About 5 months, been running about 5 months now. And then, as you can see in the engagement, we have over 2,000 likes, over 1,500 comments, and 811 shares. So my personal criteria for me to be able to say that this ad has really good engagement is that at least one of these 3 engagement has over 1,000. Okay, and is that true? Absolutely. You know, the likes alone is over 2,000. And the comments alone, it's over 1,000. You know, so at least one of these 3 likes, comments, or shares has to have at least 1,000 or more for this to be a good ad. Okay, and this is true. The engagement is really, really, really insane, guys. It's really, really good. Okay, so engagement wise, you know, we have it. The ads there. This is 100% a winning product. Okay. Step number 2: how much are they making? Now, of course, this isn't my store, so I have absolutely no idea exactly how they're making because, you know, I would have to have access to their Shopify dashboard just to see, you know, their revenue. However, there are certain standards, average standards agreed upon marketers that we can utilize to be able to, you know, have a rough estimate of what they're actually making. Okay. And it basically consists of the following principle. I want to call it the 3%. I want to call it the 0.3% principle. Okay, and what does that really mean? Okay, of course, 0.3 basically means that we're going to soon assume standard conversion rates, as well as standard click-through rates. Okay, that's all it is. So what do I mean by this? Let me show you real quick how to calculate this so that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So this video right here has about 924,000 views. Okay, so those are just the views. Okay, now we can't really assume that every single person is actually going to click on the ad and go to the store and buy. Okay, that's just not how the real world works. Okay, so as the standard, right, we're going to assume 3% of the amount of views actually click through it. Okay, that means 3% of all viewers actually clicked on the ad and went to the store, aka they became visitors. So real quick, if we take out the calculator, 924,000. Just a small caveat here. I kind of redid this section a few days. I kind of redid this section about a day after I actually made this video. So the views, if you see the views were 800 something and now you see that they're 924,000, it's because, you know, it's been a day, so there's been obviously more views on it. So it's close to hitting 1 million. So we're just going to use the current view that I can see here. The views, you get it, it'll be right here in this corner when you look at the ad on the left side. So you're going to take the views and basically multiply by 3%. So you're basically going to take the views and multiply this by 3%. Okay, basically what you're getting here is the number of people who actually clicked on the ad and went to the store. Okay, we're not going to calculate, you know, people who accidentally clicked and things like that and just ended up not staying on the store or just quit real quick. That's really, really hard, if not impossible, to calculate. But we're just going to assume the 3% of people that actually clicked on the ad, which is the standard. It's a standard click-through rate. It's an average click-through rate. Obviously, this store could have a much higher click-through rate and more people might have come in, but we're just going to apply a very conservative estimate here. Okay, we're going to say minimum 3%. You know, it could be a little more, but I think this is just a good standard to use to have a rough estimate. So now that we have 27,000 people who actually, we can assume, clicked on the ad and visited the store, now we're going to actually use the standard conversion rate for a store that's performing well. So stores that are actually performing well or scaling, you know, such as the case of this one, they typically have like a 3 to 4% conversion rate. Could be a lot more. But we're just going to take, again, the minimal number just so that we don't do overestimates and we actually underestimate exactly where they're at, because I want to show you the minimum. You know, I don't want to assume the higher end because they may not be making more. But you know, almost for sure they're making at least this or just a little bit more. So we're just going to take 3% in this instance. So of the 27,000 visitors, we're going to assume 3% actually converted. So we're just simply going to multiply this by 0.3% again, because that's 3% of that. And boom, this is going to give us about 831.6. Let's round it up to 831. So we'll just say, round it down to 831. So these are the total buyers, okay? So now how do we calculate the revenue? Pretty easy, okay? Now that we have the possible buyers or the minimum amount of buyers, you know, at this point in time for this product, we just go to their website and we just look at the price they're selling it for. So it's $74.99. So we're just gonna round up to make this easier. So $75. We're just gonna go ahead and multiply this by, you know, the amount of people that bought by $75, and then we're going to get 62,325. Okay, which is the actual revenue they've made so far, you know, during these 4 or 5 months that the ad has been running, which is actually not bad. But again, that's a minimal. They could probably be, you know, be hitting around 100K or just well over that. You know, it could be a little more. Like I said, this is a very, very conservative estimate, just to have a rough idea of how much they could be making. And if you're curious about, you know, how much they're profiting, we can just take the standard profit margin of dropshipping stores, which could be anywhere from 20 to 40%. Let's take the low end again, because we don't want to overestimate. So we're just going to multiply that by 20%, and that'll give us $12,000. So in just 4 months or 5 months, this store has made $12,000 in profit, okay, which is really, really good. Now, it's not crazy like other stores who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars or $1 million, but nevertheless, this is a store that has been doing a pretty decent job in scaling this product so far. And it has potential to make more. Of course, there are things that can be massively improved, which we'll go over a little bit later in this video, but just wanted to kind of get that out there. I do want to, you know, just say a caveat here that I know initially this video was titled, you know, the store that made $600,000 in 4 months. That was a complete typo and a complete mistake on my part, because I meant to do this calculation on the website visitors, but instead I ended up doing the calculation on the views. So I straight up said, you know, a percentage of these viewers bought, which came to like, I don't know, I think like it was like 7,000 people who bought the product. And then when I multiplied the price 75 by that, it gave me like $600,000. But I completely messed up. I meant to actually apply the conversion rate, the standard conversion rate. I meant to apply it to website visitors, not the views. So I really, really messed up there. I thought I did the math right, which is why at the beginning, I mentioned that this store made $600,000, but in reality, what I meant to say was $60,000. So clearly, I was a digit off. So I apologize for that. But really, what they're making so far, it's around $60,000 conservatively, and obviously they're profiting probably around $12,000, if not a little more. All right, guys. So now that we've calculated step 2, we're going to move on to step 3. What makes this a winning product? So let's analyze this closely. Okay, we know the ad's a winner, but why is this a winning product? So we're going to do you know, some product analysis, okay, and we're going to determine why that is. So we're going to do we're basically going to understand the product in depth, what it does, okay? So again, let's kind of recap. What does this do from the ad? The ad itself explained that this removes cellulite, or, you know, helps trim fat, right? So cellulite is like more skin related, like how the skin looks like, and then the fat, of course, it's just also how you feel about your weight. Okay, so here to me it's pretty clear. It's definitely targeting two markets: the weight loss market and the skin care market. So that's definitely something that's we have to keep in mind. And again, why is this a winning product? Because it solves a problem. Okay, it's a problem solver. It's as simple as that. Okay, this solves a huge problem. You can't just go to your local store and get this. Okay, you could do treatments and spas and things like that, but it really isn't gonna do much for you. This has like a wow factor. Okay, like people are like, wow, like this really works. Okay, like wow, this is really crazy. That's what I call the wow factor. So that's something you should always be looking for in products. Okay, but most of all, it's a huge problem solver. It solves a huge pain point. People, especially an emotional pain point, right? Because remember, more than anything related to weight or skin is more emotional than anything else, because it's just how people feel. People don't like to feel overweight. People don't like to have a bad skin. They want to have clear, beautiful looking skin. So it solves emotional pain points. And the other reason why it's a winner is because it targets two mega highly profitable evergreen niches, which are, again, the weight loss niche and the skincare niche. Those are two huge niches that on their own they're already profitable enough, but this one really kind of combines both together, so it makes it even more hyper profitable. So the takeaway here is pretty simple. This product is a huge problem solver. Plus it really targets two niches, and it's a product where you can really play on the emotion. Okay, play on the emotion, or has an emotional angle to it, or two emotional angles to it, which in this case is just how people feel. Okay, and that's super key. And these are the things that make a mega winning product. Things that have like all these three requirements. Okay, because sometimes you'll have products where it'll just tackle a evergreen niche, and that's pretty much it. Or it's just a product that you can tackle emotionally, but it may not necessarily be a problem solver. And then sometimes you have products that are just problem solvers, but that's it. There's really no passionate niche behind it, or emotional angle you can target. So those are just products with winning potential. But when a product hits all these three categories, for a fact that is a winning product worth testing 100%. Okay, so that's what makes it a winning product. It's the type of product that it is. And as you guys can see, whenever you pick your products, you gotta just think through it. Think through the product. What problem does it solve? The types of niches that it tackles, and are those evergreen niches or not? And and are there any emotional angles that this product can target, okay, or can solve, or is there any huge pain point, which there is. That's step 3. Okay, so now let's go to step 4. How do they know this product would sell? Of course, the number one mistake that a lot of beginning dropshipper makes is that they just see a product that's out there, or just any product they think they can sell any product, and they just boom, upload it to your store and just launch Facebook ads, and all of a sudden it just doesn't work. And that's a huge mistake to do that. Okay, right now, yes, we've dissected and have pretty good information, but we don't have absolutely everything we need yet for us to make a decision whether to test this product or not. Or in this case, if I was this store and I was about to test this product, I would still have one more step to do before I decide to launch it. Okay, and what you guys want to do in this step is basically validate the product. Validate it. So what does validation mean? It basically, at the core, it just means, are other people selling it? Okay, is this product or are you the only one, right? Because if you're the only one selling this, that's pretty bad, because there's no proof that this product's trying to be sold by other people. You can't just be selling products just because you think they might be winners, okay? You gotta really validate it. And that's probably the single most powerful thing. We are in a data-driven society nowadays. You don't have to make assumptions. All you have to do is just use, the power of Google, the power of YouTube or whatever it is. Everything's at your fingertips. So you know exactly whether to tackle this product by seeing if there are other people who have tried to sell it, okay? Because if there are, then this product is good. Because people don't try to sell, competitors or other people or other stores won't try to sell a product, that hasn't been proven. It's only when a product is becoming successful that everybody tries to sell it as well. So we gotta validate it that same way, okay? And make sure a lot of people have tried to sell this. Now, so the next step for this is pretty simple, guys. Number one, what you're going to do is you're going to go to aliexpress.com, okay? So now that we're on aliexpress.com, we're gonna actually find this product. So it's called the ultrasonic cavitation. Makes me think of cavities. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Ultrasonic cavitation. There we go. So this is the exact same product, right? See, with the little dots right here and the little dots right here. Yeah, it's the exact same product. So you guys, use their number one step in validating is to, whether this product is an AliExpress, right? Is this a dropshipping product? Absolutely. All right. So once you've verified that, all you have to do now is just sort it by orders, because we want to see the top supplier here, the one that's been selling the most, and it looks like it's this one. So let's just go ahead and click that. All right, guys. So we're on the AliExpress page of the product. There's a price range right here because I guess they sell you things in a package, or you can get a lot less, or I guess this one says electro pass. So yeah, they're depending on the variant that you choose, you'll get a different price. But it tops at $27.39. That's probably the most complete package, and we know these people are selling it for $74.99, which is really, really good. They're selling it. They're making sure they're making profit. Okay, so they're almost 2.5 timing this, and so that's the price. So here, step one of the validation is find this product on AliExpress, which we just did. So step two of the validation process is to look at reviews. Okay, so reviews right here has 4.7 stars, and honestly, guys, my personal criteria, that's the bare minimum I'll go with, 4.7. If anything's below that, I won't test it, because and a 4.7 is honestly the edge. I would prefer the products like 4.9 or 5 stars, because that really tells me it works. But 4.7 is the bare minimum I would go with, so it is bare minimum, it's fine. And then it's over 186 reviews. I would say that as long as it has over 100 reviews, it's fine to test. I would prefer though that it's had like at least 1,000 though, but it's fine. It meets the bare minimum criteria. The next step is I look at the supplier. It has 94.7%. That's the only thing I'm not 100% convinced, just because it doesn't, like, I would like a supplier that's again 97% and up. So let's go ahead and look at this down, and you guys can always look at different suppliers too to see if they have better ratings. And then the next step is, you can see the customer reviews. There used to be a way to look at the amount of orders that it's making, but I guess AliExpress changed that, so they're not letting you see the amount of orders, which completely sucks. I'm very happy with the purchase. These reviews are legit. Okay, people take their time in writing stuff. They're 5 stars. They have pictures, which is great. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And okay, so that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. It even has an embedded video. But anyways, right here, all we care about is the rating, the reviews, and the actual customer reviews. Go through a few of these, make sure they're legit, they look well. So that's step one. Okay, now this is gonna be something that's gonna blow a lot of people's minds because most people don't know about this little trick. But let's actually go to Google real quick. This is part 2 of the validation process. You still, even though it doesn't say the orders, you still want to know how many orders they're selling. So what you guys can do here in Google is type AliExpress Dropshipping Center. Because they're going to be blown away. I think very few people know about this. So this is something AliExpress offers for dropshippers, which gives them can give them more insight onto products. So what you guys can do is if you you go to the dropshipping center and you're gonna go to where it says product analysis, and then you're gonna go back to wherever you found your product. So in this case, this one, and you guys are gonna just go ahead and click here and just copy the link. Okay, that's all you do. Copy the link. You go back to the dropshipping center and you paste the URL right here and hit search. And then right here, it'll give you guys some really crucial data. Okay, it'll tell you exactly how much this product is selling on a daily basis. So you can see that it sells 31, 46, 18. And then right here, sometimes it sells over 100 units per day, which is really cool. So you guys can see exactly how many units per day it sells. Okay, it also tells you logistics reliability, so it's excellent. That means people get their products on time, or sometimes and less. This is the actual supplier related to that. So you guys can use this for every single product. Which is crazy, okay? So it's pretty good. I mean, as long as there are days where they're making over 100 orders per day, that's also like our second check, okay? You guys want to basically determine how much, if they're selling on a daily and if they're selling quite a bit, which I would say so overall. I mean, there's a few downward slopes here, but I would say overall they're selling over 100 in volume, or very close to that most of the time. So it's pretty good. Very minimalistic data, but it is a product worth testing, I would say. So that's a second step of the validation, determine how many orders is selling daily. We can't see the order total, unfortunately, but we can see on the daily how much it's been selling, which is pretty awesome. So that's step number 4. Oh, we still have a few more steps on number 4. So now that we've determined that this is a product that's has pretty good rating, over 100 reviews, pretty good reviews, and it's selling on average at least close or just over 100 units per day. That just completes the AliExpress validation. Now we have to do competitor validation or market validation. We have to see if this product actually people are trying to sell it in the market. Because if they're not, then it might not be worth trying to sell it. So let's go ahead and do that. Right here, what we're going to do is, first thing you can do is you can go to Google, and I already did this, but you guys can type the name of the product plus Shopify. So that'll give you a few, it'll give you all the websites that are actually selling this. As you guys can see, a bunch of them actually are, okay? I mean, and you can just open a few just to verify. Let's just open the first 5, just to verify, to be honest, just to make sure that it's the exact same product, because it could be a different one. But all here, you're not going to break down or analyze any of these stores. All you want to do is make sure that it's the exact same product they're selling, because all you care about is the fact whether or not other people or other stores are trying to sell that product. That's what validates a market, just the fact that there's competition. So this right here is the exact same product, okay? It's pretty crazy. They're actually selling it for a little more. Okay, that's good. That's number 1. At least find 5 Shopify stores that are doing this, okay? Number 2, boom, the exact same product, okay? A little cheaper. And then number 3, let's see. Exact same product again. Wow, this one's a lot cheaper, but they're selling it too. Number 4. Okay, this is another competitor. That exact same one. Interesting, whatever that hot thing is. And then number 5, ultrasonic cavitation DM. Perfect, right here. It's the same exact one. Okay, this is definitely a one product store. So, so now we've validated the product, through competition within Shopify. But now we want to take it a step a bit further, okay? And you guys should always be doing this, doing market validation on every product before you test it. And I can 100% guarantee you that this is exactly what they did, the Go Ultra store that we're analyzing before they actually launched it, okay? Because you don't want to, again, risk. It's too risky to launch a product that you don't know if the market is even, if there's demand for it, or if the market is even trying to sell it, which is why we do this validation process. So here, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to take ultrasound cavitation, and let's just go ahead and check it out. It's Amazon selling it, right? That's really, really important. Literally everybody was on Amazon, so it's very important that, if it's here, then yeah, it's definitely a boom, right? Right here, guys, this is the exact same one. And yes, for those of you asking, Amazon does dropship as well. But it's a little different for them. They actually have to buy in bulk because Amazon doesn't let you, ship from China. You have to actually have inventory, which makes it more expensive, to be honest, for them. So again, weight loss, massager, blah, blah, blah. So it's right here, right? There are others right here, very similar. See right here. Very similar products. Yeah, this one's the exact same one. So some of them are very similar and they're very the same, but it's the same function, okay? And this is all you guys need, honestly. This is all you guys need to validate this, okay? To validate this product. And now the third place you want to go for is eBay. After Amazon, this is probably where people buy the most. So you're just going to do the same ultrasound cavitation. And boom, right here, same exact one. And this one's crazy, actually. They're selling it for super, super cheap. I wonder how they're doing this. They're probably buying in bulk and they're able to sell it less because they're getting it for less. So that makes sense, probably. But that's pretty crazy. But again, people are selling this exact product everywhere. eBay, Amazon, and that's all you care about. You just care about validating that fact, okay? Just to recap real quick, after we validated with AliExpress through reviews, we actually went ahead and used the AliExpress Dropshipping Center to validate the amount of orders per day, which we also validated just over 100 units or around 100 units. And then what we did is we validated this product on other markets, such as are there more Shopify stores selling it? There are, so that's a check. Are people selling the same product on Amazon? They are, so check. And are the same people selling this on eBay? They are, which is also a check. And the last thing we're going to do as far as product validation, guys, is we're going to go ahead and use this amazing, completely free tool, which everybody should be doing, called Google Trends, okay? Completely free, guys. Just type trends.google.com. And basically what this tool does is it helps you see how in demand a product is, right? By just telling you how often it's searched and where it is searched. So you can also see demographics. So let me just show you exactly how this works, okay? Right here, there's a few ways you can do it, but I like to search a few keywords that are as closely related to the product that we're trying to sell, okay? So I think before we even use this, all you guys should do is just go to google.com and let's just go ahead and type this right here, cavitation, okay? I want to see what Google gives me. Ultrasound cavitation near me, home, treatment. Okay, so these are good keywords. Okay, so what Google does, guys, is it gives you suggestions based on what people are typing, right? So if I was a person with cellulite problems or weight loss issues, or weight issues, sorry, and I needed this type of treatment and I was actively looking for it, of course, I would just put it here, okay? I would be searching on Google. So these are the top terms. People are searching for this all the time, okay? People who search for the gel, they just want the gel. People who search for the treatment, they want the whole treatment. Near me, these are people who are searching for spas and whatnot, okay? So these are good keywords to keep in mind. So ultrasound cavitation, near me, at home, and treatment. So those are super important, okay? Near me, at home. I'm just going to write these down because we're going to use them on Google Trends, okay? So this is very important. Now we're going to try other variations, just cellulite, cellulite treatment. Yeah, cellulite treatment, cellulite massager, cream. I would say, yeah, cellulite treatments. That's kind of like another way to say it, right? Cellulite treatments. These are people that are actually actively looking for actual treatment for this, right? So I think we have 4 keywords. We'll just go with those. It's going to be more than enough. You could do more, and I recommend you do more because you want to search as many keywords as possible to get the most accurate data as possible. But what you guys are going to do basically is the following. Let's just type ultrasound cavitation on its own and see what comes up, and then we'll try the other ones. Alright guys, so this is the so this is what happens after you hit search. So you get all these results. What you guys are going to want to do is you're going to just change this to worldwide. For me, it defaults to the US. For you, it might default to the US or somewhere else. But you want to do it worldwide. You don't want to do past 12 months. You guys actually want to do, let's see. Let's look at least the past 30 days, okay? Boom, there's been a lot of searches the past 30 days. And you guys can see right here, this little graph chart tells you on a daily how often this term was searched. 96, 71, 68, 71, worldwide. So this is really a problem, right? Something that people are consistently searching for. And right here, this is the cool part, okay? You guys can see exactly where people have been searching for this, okay? And it'll tell you the top 5 countries. And honestly, this is all you need in your targeting. You don't even have to do ePacket or worldwide or guess where people are, searching the most. It's crazy. Look, South Africa is the #1. I guess they have a big problem, cellulite problem over there. I don't know. But this is crucial data. This is something you guys would have never known had you not used Google Trends. So you could target literally just these 5 countries on Facebook to try to find people, okay? So this is super key. I also like to look at, past 7 days. So yeah, these are all the search terms on the past 7 days. So there's a lot of data. The countries are fairly the same, but Australia is ranking higher. And this is a little, more. It's just more recent data. So anything that just gives you a lot of data on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, that's really good. It's just very fresh. It's something that's constantly in demand because a lot of people are searching for it. And I'm just curious. I almost never do this, but I'm just going to look at the past day just to see. But I know this is a big problem, so so most likely we'll get some data, right? Which is crazy. Like, this is probably yesterday's data, and you still get people searching like crazy for it. And you get, fairly the same countries. It's crazy, guys. Like, you guys can see that a lot of people are searching for this, okay? And I can't even imagine, like, if I go back 12 months, it's just going to be a ton of data, which is crazy. Yes, on a monthly basis, but it's fairly the same countries. So yeah, it's consistently the same countries that have this problem. And so what you guys want to do is, now maybe we can try a treatment, okay? So we can be more specific, okay? Because because you want to go for people who are actively looking for treatment on cavitation. So let's go ahead and do that. So boom, you get some data here, which is pretty cool. Sometimes, I don't know if maybe this is an issue with Google Trends. Sometimes it just doesn't show demographical data, which kind of sucks. But it's fine. You can use the previous data. It's not bad. And also another thing is that the more accurate the term, though, the less data you'll get with Google Trends. So right now, like, this shows me for past 12 months, but maybe if I do a month, it might not show me some data just because it's such a specific term. It does actually show me some data, but again, it's more specific, so you don't see this like being like a crazy trend graph. So this is more specific data, which is natural and it's completely fine. So for Google Trends, like, the broader the better, which is why you want to try different keywords. Let's just look at past day. Yeah, there's still some people looking. Actually, there were like 51 searches right here. So yeah, there's still people looking for treatment. So you guys can see that this is in demand. The point is you're seeing that this term is in demand. This product is in demand. Okay, and you can keep doing that. You can try it. You can try different keywords. I think cellulite treatment will definitely give me even better results. Yeah, let's try. Near me. Why not? Okay, so near me, maybe let's look at the month data. Monthly data, so 30 days. Let's look at the monthly data. Okay, yeah, so there's very little data, right? But most likely because this keyword is way too specific. But if I just do this, right? Like if I just do cellulite treatment, boom, there's some massive amounts of data. That's probably what the search term that most people are using for. And right here, look, you get a few different countries. Right? Ireland. Ireland wasn't there before. You still get, these three are the same, but you get Ireland and UAE. So those might be countries that you might want to include in your targeting as well, okay? And this is just the past 30 days. Let's look at the past day. Oh God, wow, this is crazy. There's a lot of people looking at this on a daily, guys. Lebanon is here now. That's another one you can add, which is why it's important to do the breakdown you don't have to do it for all of them. I just do it for past day, 7 days, and a month, right? Past 30 days. And then at most, I go a year. But I mostly care about the most recent data than like the yearly data that's too far back. Because then, your data starts getting a little distorted. But nevertheless, the point here is to try different key terms to see if there's some data, if people are actively looking for these things, for treatment. And basically, Google Trends serves as a kind of like a demand illustrator. It just tells you exactly if there's demand or not on the product. So in this validation section, what we basically did is we went ahead and validated everything from the product aspect, right? The amount of orders, whether different stores are selling it, whether it's on Amazon, right? So we analyzed the supply. So the supply is there, okay? People are supplying this product, but is there demand? So that's the next question, and that's what we just solved here with Google Trends. We established demand. So now we have both supply and demand validated for this product. So now I can safely say, hey, this is a huge pain point people have. It's a problem. There's demand for it because people are actively looking for it, and there's definitely market for it because there's competitors trying to sell the same thing. So super, super crucial. Okay, so that was point number 4. All right, guys. Step number 5. Step number 5. Who did they target? Okay, so now that we know that this is a validated product, now who did they target? Okay, so you guys might think that this is probably the most difficult thing to find out, just because I don't have access to their business manager and I can't see the exact interest that they target. And while that is true, I don't really need that, to be honest. Okay, it is so obvious. We're gonna make a callback to the beginning, right, when we're analyzing the ad. what types of markets this is going after. And they're definitely going after two types of markets, as you guys can recall. It was the weight loss market and the skin care market. And it's super easy. What you guys want to focus on here on step 5 is basically find websites, brands, magazines, and fan pages related to that niche. So how do you do that? It's the simplest thing, guys. Use your best friend, aka Google. And on Google, what you guys are going to do is you're going to go ahead and just type skincare brands. That's it. Whatever your niche is, right? Like, think of this as a formula, right? Niche plus brands, right? And then we're gonna do the same thing as far as niche plus websites, and then niche plus Facebook fan pages, right? Facebook fan pages. So that's what we're gonna do. It's just all about researching, guys. Seriously, and that's it. So skincare brands. Right here, you're gonna get a couple of them, and you can just open, this website right here. The list of the 25 best skincare brands right here. Olay, Stay Lauder, Good Jeans. There's a couple of Sunday Riley. Like there is a bunch, guys. A bunch. Chanel, Clinique. It's just a bunch of brands here. You can just plug in on Facebook, and it will let you target them. I promise. So Google is your best friend. Seriously, okay. So now you already found a couple of brands. What was the next one? Magazines. Okay, so that's pretty easy, right? How do I know what skincare? I mean, I'm not into skincare. It's not something that applies to me, so I wouldn't know. But I just researched it. Okay, magazines, skincare magazines, and boom, right here, Skin Inc. Right, Skin Inc. is one of them. Dermascope magazine is another one. Everything in between, Skin Labs, like right here, it tells you a few, and then you can open up a few of these and find out some magazines. But we already have 5, so that's pretty good. And you plug these in on Facebook, and I can promise you, they're just gonna come up. Okay, there's only maybe 1 or 2 that might not come up, just because it might not be popular enough. But most of them will. Trust me on that. The third thing you can do is fan pages. Okay, so I don't know if this might work. You might have to do skincare, Facebook fan. It's because skincare is not something that people might be fans of, so it might not come out. Skincare fan pages to follow on Facebook. Or maybe it does. See? You never know until you Google it, seriously. Right here, a model recommends Aveda, Bare Essentials, Beauty Sweet Spot. There you go. So just look at these. Look for these on Facebook, and I'm sure you'll find fan pages related to that, which you guys can totally target. Okay, so now that we have the skincare taken care of, the other market that they're tackling is definitely the weight loss market. So you guys can do like weight loss, brands. Hopefully that'll work, or maybe even websites. So you have right here Hydroxycut, Herbalife. Yeah, these are all about losing weight. Herbalife, super. 21st Century Healthcare, Blue Bonnet Nutrition, Anabolic. Guys, like there's literally endless amounts of things. You can just hit more items and look at more. Okay, so weight loss brands, boom, that's done. Weight loss magazines, 100%. There's always weight loss magazines because it's such a huge problem. It's a huge niche, right? Shape People, Fitness, Prevention, Eating Well magazine, boom. These are all magazines you guys can definitely target. Weight loss, Facebook, fan pages. You can target big fan pages, big influencers, right? Weight loss motivation. Yeah, there's a few right here that you may want to plug in on Facebook and see what's up, okay? So it's all about just using your resources, guys, okay? Google is literally your best friend when it comes to all of these things. So that's pretty easy. That's how they targeted. Okay, they just did their research, they plugged in a few interests, and they just tested, and that's it. No need to overthink targeting. Step number 6. Okay, why was their store successful? But we're gonna go look at both the good and the bad. So here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into their store, which is Go Ultra, right? I don't really care about their store per se, but as far as we're gonna analyze this, what we're looking at right now, which is their product page. Okay, Go Ultra TM ultrasound. So what are they doing here? First of all, just by looking at the title, you guys can clearly tell that they are branding this. Okay, it says Go Ultra TM. TM is a very, very good tactic that you guys should be using, putting it on your on your names, on the name of your store or on the name of the product. And the Go Ultra, they're obviously making that up. Okay, they're just making that up so that they sound like they're making it branded, so people think, oh, this belongs to them. So it's a really, really good idea. Honestly, for general stores, branding can be a little effective, but it's actually much more effective if you do a one product store, just because it's much more congruent and you look like you actually specialize on this one product. But nevertheless, it's still a good thing to do. Ultrasound cavitation, so they tell you exactly what this is for. It says 3-in-1, safe selling and fat reduction. Okay, pretty short and sweet. The title is not that long, and it tells you exactly what it is, which is the point. Has 65 reviews, so that's good. I recommend to have at least 10 reviews or more imported. The price point is pretty decent. It's a little machine. It's also a big pain point, so I do think the price point is great. Click play for videos. Oh, and if you want to know more about the price point, just apply the same method we did on looking at competitors on other Shopify stores, on Amazon and eBay, and you'll kind of get a feel for what the prices are. And you'll see that they all range around 60 something to 70 something. So they're kind of like in the midpoint, which is good. Click play for videos, free shipping from California warehouse. Apparently they have a warehouse, but I think this is probably not true, because they're definitely drop shipping this, unless of course they've actually bulk ordered this. It does say USA stock, which makes shipping faster, so that's pretty smart. 50% off summer savings, a risk-free alternative to lipo, collagen stimulation with ultrasound. So basically these are the main benefits being advertised here. Okay. Now, normally I wouldn't do it this way. I would actually take all of this and just put it like somewhere down here, which they did, like in the product description. So honestly, I think this is repetitive and unnecessary, but it can't hurt. It cannot hurt, right? Plug, they actually, whether you are from the United States or from the European Union, there's just different plugs, so people can choose that. And then ships from USA, international factory. I honestly wouldn't do this. I would just do USA, but nevertheless, if they feel like it's necessary, then they use the ships from. They have a little buy it now button in blue, which is congruent with their color. I would have probably made it a little darker, and it's kind of like shaky. There's a little cart here. Now, again, this is a general store, so the fact that it's using these inventory reducers, trust badges, like this thing moving, and like these little emojis and things like that, I would never recommend it for a one product store, because it's gonna make it look very spammy. But general stores, especially this one, gadgetsonline.co, come on, it's kind of congruent. Like, it goes with their feel, because this is how general stores look like, But you want to stay away from this, like I've always said in my videos. But nevertheless, they're still making money. They're still making good money. They're still clearly having success. Right here, this store is McAfee and PayPal secure, so they have these little badges, which is completely fine. I don't do that anymore, and then here, like you can see, more pictures. This is super key, right? The before and after. As long as it's not on Facebook, you'll be fine. Summer savings, introducing the Go Ultra. So, this is like their little sales point, right? Cavitation saved on system liposuction. So they do the name of the product, the problem, the solution, and then all the benefits. This is not my style, to be honest. I like to do it. If you guys seen my latest YouTube video, I like to do my product description more as if I was like building a little story, and I use images for illustration, but I don't use any of these emojis and any of this stuff because I think it just looks a little spammy. It doesn't look that good, to be honest. But you know, that's how they did it. So that's something I would definitely improve. It's just, you know, get rid of all of these if I was doing a one product store on this. But for sure, like if you guys want to try and sell this product, you totally should. But if you're doing a one product store, do not do this. Do not use emojis. Do not do countdown timers or inventory reducers. Please, I beg you, because it's gonna look really bad. You know, this is some social proof right here. For more than a decade, ultrasound cavitation has been effectively used by some of the world's top models and celebrities. You know, whether this is true or not, questionable, but nevertheless, they say it, and there's, you know, it's not illegal to make these kind of claims. As long as you're not actually mentioning names of celebrities or putting pictures of celebrities, because then that's a big issue. Known as one of the safest methods on the market, clinically proven. See, they're bolding the keywords, and this is a good thing that you guys should always do with your own product descriptions. You know, safest methods, clinically proven, right? So people feel that they can use this without repercussions on their health of any kind. Targets your problem areas. So all the parts you can use it. This is really good, right? People want to know, okay, what does this apply for? Is it just for the belly, or can you do it for the back, the chest, the arms, the legs? And you can. This tells you exactly where you can use it. So it just explains some more of the features. Better looking and feeling skin, plays on the little emotion, that's good. Guess yours today while supplies last. Click the buy it now button above. Classic, right? Please allow 6 to 14 days to USA delivery mainland, right? Due to high demand. Please add 1 week to Alaska and Hawaii. Please allow 21 to 30 for international delivery. So it seems like they actually probably do have their product in the US because it's kind of fast. So I think what they're doing is by international, they're probably importing those from China, which is why it takes up to 30 days. But then they probably do have, they either have it stocked here, or they actually have a supplier in the U.S. that sells it, and that's why they can get it faster if people from the U.S. order it. Beware, don't be fooled by cheaply made imitations products on the market. Many of these devices use inferior components which can be harmful and should be avoided. We guarantee a fully functioning device. That's actually pretty funny. I wouldn't thought of saying this. Of course, this is not true. This is a product from China, so maybe they should read this more carefully and apply it to themselves. You know, email support, right, 24/7. So people, you know, if they have questions. So this all adds trust, right? They're saying to you, hey, you can ask us anytime if you have any issues. We're available at any time. More info, right? Again, they're trying to sell you on it. More about the features, the benefits, the ultrasound test, blah, blah, blah. You know, the treatment, right? How often should I have treatments? What to expect? You know, and stuff they recommend, you know, like not just use this and keep eating like crazy. So these are things they recommend. Infrared modes, so they tell you what each mode does, what the package includes, super important. Use this ultrasonic mode with any water-based ultrasonic gel, blah, blah, blah. Disclaimer, the statements on this website have not been evaluated by the FDA. See, this is pretty honest, and honestly, that's a good thing that you can say. You know, never say FDA approved. I see a lot of people say FDA approved, and it's just not necessarily true. But they're actually telling you the truth, you know. The product and services offered are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The results may vary for individual. Please consult with your doctor, blah, 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 etc., 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 okay? So that's pretty cool. I like how they were honest here. Not many dropshippers do that nowadays. And then you have some reviews. This is definitely something they could improve on, because I actually avoid doing this, putting reviews with like just the stars and nothing, people saying nothing here. So I would have probably not imported a lot of these and just imported the ones that have text on it, just because people can be thrown off by this. But nevertheless, they do have pictures, and I can see why they included them because of the pictures, and it's very, very visual. Okay, so it's pretty good. Overall, they did a good job, especially on the product description. They were very robust, explaining the details. our guarantee. So they have a 0 risk guarantee. You can return this if there's something that goes wrong. So that's pretty good for gaining trust and good customer service. And then delivery and returns. I'm pretty sure I don't even have to use Commerce Inspector for this, but I'm pretty sure this is Shoptimized, which is actually it's a perfect theme for like general stores. And that's pretty much it. Like they did such a great job. Aside from the little emojis, the inventory reducers, and the trust badges, which makes it, to me, in my opinion, it makes it look a little spammy, and I wouldn't have done that. Other than that, and how they structure their product description, which is how I don't prefer to do it either. Other than that, they still did the job right. Okay, they have what they need, and this product page is robust enough for it to sell. Okay, like I'm just not surprised that people are actually buying from this because they're very thorough. They explain every single thing a customer needs to know before they make their purchase. Okay, so that's definitely the store analysis, right? Why was there successful? Overall, it's pretty good. Already mentioned the bad, just like the using excessive amount of emojis and all of that. What can be improved? I already talked about this here as far as the store. As far as their ad, which is the only other thing, I think their ad was really well executed. I wouldn't have changed anything on the ad. I think it was well structured. I really liked how the ad ran. As far as the ad copy, again, I wouldn't have used these check marks. I could have done it probably much shorter. Somehow, include some of these benefits here. But I definitely did like these last 2 points, which is maybe something I would probably include it. I'm more of a paragraph format person, so I personally don't bullet point or use these little check marks here. I love this. This is great what I did. The little hook here with the emojis, that's fine. I would have totally eliminated this. And I probably would have just said 50% off if you buy today, shop now, and just like a link. But here they kind of did it a little different. But other than that, I wouldn't change much. How they've done everything. I think they've done everything to near perfection, and it just couldn't be done better. And this is exactly why, guys, they're making so much money. Okay, if I were them, as far as their copy, like I would test more angles, maybe test more things on the emotional side. Okay, most dropshippers tend to focus on the benefits, what the product does for you, and not so much how it makes you feel. So I think that's something they should really focus on, because these two markets, weight loss and skincare, are very emotional. They're very emotional based. This affects people and how they feel about themselves and what they think about themselves. So really using the right words to stress the emotional pain points rather than just the physical pain points could really make or break how successful you are with this product. Obviously they're having a crazy amount of success the way they're doing it now, but they could improve. They could angle their ad a little different, more towards the emotional pain point, and make even more money. Okay, so that's kind of what I would do to change. Maybe just test different angles. Not so much change the structure or the ad itself, but test different angles to maximize my profits and my chances of success. Since currently it's clear that they're scaling this product, so they should be testing more and more. But all right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this case study. I really packed this with a lot of value. I did a lot of things here that I haven't even shown on my previous YouTube videos. A lot of new things on product validation. I know you guys learn about new things like the Dropshipping Center, using Google Trends, and things like that. So like a lot of value bumps here. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this video. Okay. And like I said, Thank you all for watching. Please, please, please drop me a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments below what you thought about this case study, okay? Or what is your feedback about it? Maybe there's something you guys observe that you maybe want to improve upon or think they could have done better that I didn't mention it. So go ahead and tell me in the comments below right now exactly what are your thoughts on that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this amazing, wonderful, beautiful case study, and I hope you learned a lot. Take care, guys. Until next time.